Generals, gentlemen.
Hello! Welcome to our very boring YouTube channel that hasn't done anything in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey! The reason for that being we've been extremely sick as of the previous couple of weeks, so complete inability to shoutcast is one of the effects of being sick.
Yeah,
and therefore no content.
I still sound all weird. Not quite as
you're not too bad.
masculine and alpha male as you might be used to.
Hello.
Hello.
Indeed. So, back in Company of Heroes 2 today. This is, of course, the new patch. Don't ask me what number it is. What number is it?
I don't even know that there was numbers.
The new patch.
Yeah, the March 31st.
First patch, yeah.
Pretty good patch overall. Good changes, but it's pretty lackluster given that it was like 6 months. It's like, yeah, we have like 10 changes. Like, what were you doing with your 6 months?
It's fairly light on, but still good changes nonetheless. So, should be a bit of fun watching this matchup. So, Genobi will be our US forces on the bottom side of the glaze here.
Wrong mouse, guys. Wrong mouse.
You got the right one now?
Is this one even plugged in?
Yeah, probably not. I'll solve it.
Oh, no.
I'll fix you, machine. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Use regular mouse for now. And he's going to be playing off against the Pernacious Penguin as our Wehrmacht. I'm going to try and plug in silent mouse for...
No, but it is plugged in.
Oh, why is silent mouse not working?
I don't know. What? Yeah, whatever.
Alright, we'll use regular mouse, so
we do have the Armor Company coming out for Genobi. And the thing is with Armor Company, it's very, very strong now. M10's got a pretty substantial buff to their health. They now take an extra shot to kill. 4 shots rather than 3 coming out of a P4 or a Pack or a Panther. And that really helps out their survivability, especially on this map with a lot of garrisons. Having the Assault Engineer Flamers is going to be quite strong.
Actually, leaving the medium cover there to get a little bit closer into the Grens, I mean, it might increase your damage output a little bit, but you run the risk of dropping models a little bit more.
Yeah, not really worth.
Constantly displacing is never really a good idea. You just lose DPS overall. It's better to just kind of stay where you are and just hope for the best. Pray to the RNG. Jesus.
As a general rule, SMGs aren't very good at clearing garrisons.
No.
Like, there aren't really any SMGs that are good at that. And this is a very early ambulance, and this is actually a bit of an issue here, because he literally has 2 squads. Notice that I didn't count Rear Echelon, because they're not squads. They're captured territory things.
Troops, yeah.
So you can't really contest any map control here. And that's kind of weird, because as US, you really need to capitalize the map. And really have that early game impact to get the territory, rush out those vehicles, and really punish the Germans for it. Yeah. So he can't do that though. If he's gone ambulance that early, I mean, I think he kind of needs it because the assault NGs were low, but
it's probably worth getting another couple of squads first.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe another couple of riflemen or another rifleman and an assault NG, whatever you want to go for, and then go for the ambulance and just try and keep some squads on the field there. And he was just bleeding through that, which is okay. I mean, he's got the ambulance now, but you're just pretty much running into the MG at this point. You don't really want to let the Wehrmacht get any early control over the map. On a map like Leglace, it means MG's going to start being set up. Pretty early mortar coming out as well here from the Pernacious Penguin. So he's obviously playing for a bit of a mid-game here. He just wants to get some veterancy on those support weapons and just make sure he has control over the garrisons.
Yeah, the thing is with this matchup is if you have 50% of the map in the early game as US, then you're losing. Because you have such a stronger early game, but a weaker late game, you really should have more than that. So we do have an MG on the field, and we have seen this MG do a lot of damage, and it has been buffed significantly. Mainly, it's long-range accuracy, so it does a lot more damage, especially long-range, more than double the long-range accuracy.
Yeah.
So the MG is actually quite real now. I like it, because before it was pretty lackluster. And
definitely some good changes.
The nice flamer flank will force out those garrisons, but the MG is there. It's going to start firing at those riflemen.
Yeah, they do. One rifleman squad actually does get past, and it's probably going to force off the mortar here, but he still needs a way to deal with that MG. The second rifleman squad should actually get out of that garrison and try and flank the MG. They are dropping models where they are right now. See how he decides to push this one off. Pernacious Penguin's actually going to leave the MG there for now. He's got another Gren squad moving up to support.
Flamer NGs as well. Very smart choice. Flamer NG is very important in the early game. It's the only real good garrison clearing option that the Wehrmacht has. The mortars is a bit too immobile.
Another assault NG squad going to be coming out here as well. Riflemen are forced off, so a nice try there from Genobi. Getting that push in, but the MG was just in a really nice position. Has already hit that veterancy 1 now. It's just in a good spot. I mean, you couldn't really damage it really well from the garrisons, and it's actually doing some pretty decent damage against those rifleman squads inside the garrisons.
Yeah, and that's what the MGs do now, is they vet up very quickly. Because they're just hitting so much more and doing a lot more damage, the veterancy that they get is much quicker. And I think this is not a very smart play from Genobi, because he's just constantly fighting around the MG, and the best way to circumvent MGs and support weapons is don't flank them, just go on the other half of the map. He may lose that squad to that flamer though.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that was close.
Yeah,
He lost the flavor to that. It blew up.
Echelon trying to kill the mortar. Won't work because they're terrible.
Yeah,
but
no, I didn't end up going
like,
there.
yeah, really what Genobi should be doing is, rather than clashing heads with this mortar and throwing his rifleman into the meat grinder, he really should just flank and cap these points. Cap the VP, cap the fuel, cap the strat points. It's just the best way of dealing with support weapons. It always is. If you can avoid it entirely, then all the better.
Yeah, do so, definitely. All that he's really doing at the moment is just feeding the Pernacious Penguin, just giving him half of the map control and just, yeah.
You don't want to feed the Pernacious Penguin.
You definitely don't.
It'll develop a killer beak and start chipping away at your facial features.
Indeed, yes. I mean, fish or otherwise, in this case he's feeding him riflemen, so it's pretty dangerous stuff. Nonetheless, yeah, I mean, Genobi has actually taken control of a good portion of the map, and the Pernacious Penguin really hasn't made an effort to push back on the left-hand side. There's really been no squads there. So it'd be nice to see him try and go for something there. We actually have those Pyros putting something down as well. I think it's probably a telemine, given how long that just took to build. Oh no, he's just building for a stick. It was just a guess. I didn't see that they were back in the base.
It would be a pretty bad spot for a telemine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
do not recommend you build
telemines in your base. I mean, like, it's not every day that someone's going to dive you, so you can't guarantee it's going to work. MG will actually get forced off here.
He could lose
some
this.
of the mortar. He
like
might
either
lose
of
it.
them.
Should go for the mortar though.
Yeah.
That'd be the better choice.
Close. Bear in mind, because with the mortar, if it gets down to one crew member, the squad is wiped.
Yeah.
With the MG, you have to wipe all 4 crew members. So it definitely would have been easier to wipe the mortar. I don't know if he was focusing it in time. Either way, he's gone for his captain, and that explains the lack of early M20. I think it's sort of the flavor of the week, because now that the pack howitz has been buffed, it has suppression, which it's cool, but it's not really a huge buff. So for the record, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but from what I've seen playing, I'm pretty sure if it kills a model, it will suppress.
Okay,
It
yeah.
doesn't suppress like nearby, but if you hit a model and you kill it, then it'll suppress the squad. So it's okay.
It said something pretty much to that effect on the patch notes. So.
It's not like a big buff, but it's a little bit, and it's pretty good. Both that and the infantry support gun and the mortar half-track for US. Those are all things that were pretty lackluster and kind of needed that attention. So I think the problem for Pernacious Penguin is he really should have been capping these points with his Pyos.
Definitely has the potential to take hold of them. He's just fighting at the moment and just holding ground here. If he can get a nice spot with his MG, he doesn't really need a lot of units in the middle to actually hold it, but he's leaving his MG in the open. It's starting to be a bit of an issue for him. Pyros might actually get wiped here. They're really low.
Yep.
There we go. There's a squad wipe. Nice job from Genobi securing that one. It's going to be a pretty big deal because Pernacious Penguin's going to have to rebuild that one.
Man, he's actually behind cover here. This is a really bad spot for the MG. That's why he took so much damage, because he wasn't behind cover by any means. I don't really know. Oops, I hit the... Okay, apparently that button isn't Alt. Apparently it's the Windows key.
Yep. Haven't you disabled that?
No.
Like a gaming mode? Yeah, you do. You got a gaming mode switch on your keyboard. Okay. That will disable your...
I mean, I like having it. The only reason why I did that is because, like, I'm not actually playing, so my hand wasn't on WASD, so it's kind of like one row to the left. I'm not one of those noobs that's like, I don't know where buttons are on my keyboard. But my hand is
in the
different position. I'm sorry. Like...
I forgive you, machine. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the real big deal for Pernacious Penguin here, I think he just should sit his MG in a garrison and leave it there. He's just kind of moving it in and leaving it out in the open. It's not necessarily in cover. It's not in a very strategic position. He doesn't need to be inflicting bleed on the side of Genobi. Genobi's doing that by running into him. If you can just leave it in a garrison, you'll still hold the same amount of points. You can still hold that middle VP by putting it in one of the back garrisons. And then just send the rest of your squads to cap up. Instead of trying to fight over it with the MG in an aggressive position, he should just play a little bit more defensive. and then try and get some more capping done, which he's starting to do now on the left-hand side, capping up a bit, and the right as well, getting the munis back. He's had the fuel the whole time, which is important as well. LMG's on the field.
Yeah, the MG isn't supposed to be a frontline unit. It has the more range than it has sight, so you really want to have something taking the damage. Like now, there we go, he's in the garrison, that's a really good spot. And he also has the mortar behind it, which is going to be great at dealing with those garrisons.
Yeah, it's perfect, it's exactly what you want.
Because it looks over the munitions point, and that's really a priority for Wehrmacht, is to get those munitions so you can have all those LMGs online. Especially Shreks, if he's going for his Pigger end, so you might want to go for Shreks.
Definitely some potential going for that one. He doesn't have to go for a pack just yet. I mean, I think he's seen the captain by this point, so he knows there's no real need to go for an early pack to deal an M20 or anything like that. Pigren's out there. That's the second flamer we've seen coming out from those engineers. I mean, that's okay. It's not a bad way to spend munitions. I mean, US don't exactly have a lot of munitions investments they can put stuff into early. So
well, they do, but it needs fuel. Yeah, like nades,
fuel.
bars, bazookas. They're all great upgrades, but the unlock of the fuel and the munitions, it makes a lot of people put off getting them. Because you really want to rush out these Sherman as fast as you can. Yeah. And so speaking of tanks, we actually have Genobi at 120 fuel. So he could have gone for a Stuart quite a while ago if he wanted to, and he hasn't. So I'm not really sure why he went for the captain. He hasn't done anything with it. Oh, he got an M1. But there was no reason to get an M1 because he had the fuel lead. He was really, really far ahead. There was no chance of a tank coming out. We do have a Stug E coming up possibly soon. Very, very strong in the matchup. Pretty borderline OP and kind of ridiculous that it wasn't nerfed because it's just too good at wiping squads. But still, like, you can deal that by going like a Stuart.
Yeah, I mean, Genobi's obviously looking just to go straight into M10s and bulldozer Shermans. I mean, that's I guess it's obvious up to that point, but yeah, again, you know, I mean, you got the captain. I mean, it wasn't definitely a very early AT gun. I mean, do you think maybe Pack Howitzer would have been a better choice to go for instead, or as a manpower investment, or I mean, you got the captain and go for something else?
It's a pretty hard map for the Pack Howitzer. I don't know, I think maybe just more rifleman squads. Nice nade. He's going to actually wipe that mortar. It's Vet 2 as well.
Yeah, it's going to go down. Nice play there from Genobi. Pretty crucial taking that veterancy away from the mortars. Veterancy 2 is a dangerous point for it to be at. Yeah.
The thing is with the captain tech though, is it is better in the late game because then you do have those AT guns in the Pack Howitzer when you need it. Where Lieutenant late game kind of sucks. It's like, yeah, I have a bunch of light vehicles that I don't want, and I have an MG which I don't really need because I have bars on my rifleman. So if you don't really plan on rushing something out balls deep, then the captain is a better way of going for the long term. He's actually gone for his major. He's going for bars now, which is nice. He has a lot of... what? No, just kidding. He doesn't have much munitions at all. Still, though, it is a nice upgrade to have, the bars. You want to have them unlocked so you can just get them when you are able to.
Nice day gonna come out.
Yeah, it's really easy to dodge those rifleman grenades. They have a pretty long animation time. So he's got his major. So he's going to be able to go for a Sherman, which is a bit interesting considering that he went captain, and then he also went nades, and then he also went bars. So that's like, I'm not going to do maths, but there's going to be like 60 fuel.
That's an average amount of fuel.
Yeah, 60 fuel later than what it would otherwise be if he went for the lieutenant, didn't get his upgrades. He would have had the Sherman by now. And so, like, there's nothing like wrong with going for that late tech, but I'm just saying that, like, if he went armored company and he has the M10 and the bulldozer, then why would he tech this late?
Yeah.
That's sort of my question.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice.
A fast Sherman rush is really great because you can get the Sherman out at like 5 command points way before the bulldozer Sherman, but it's pretty late now. Especially because you got to bear in mind when you get a vehicle, a Sherman, and you can be very, very aggressive with it, you get a lot of CPs really quickly.
Yeah.
And then you actually end up getting your 9 command points really quickly. Maybe going for a Stuart, not teching up at all, and then having the Stuart into M10 into bulldozer. So, I don't know, we'll see. Jacksons are going to be a lot better than the M10s overall, especially with their penetration buff. Not a very good map for Jacksons though.
So yeah, and that might definitely be part of it. Maybe he just wants regular Shermans and then go for the M10s. I mean, I think the M10s will do pretty decently on a map like the Legal Ace. They have the potential to, at least. So
I disagree. It's the wrong way of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, rather than going tier 4 Sherman M10, you're better off going tier 4 Jackson Bulldozer. Bulldozer Shermans, they're insane.
Yeah.
They're way better than HE Shermans in terms of anti-infantry damage. And Jacksons are better than M10s. Oh, you're gonna lose that score.
Oh, definitely. That's gone.
Yeah.
Very aggressive with these squads here, Genobi. Needs to group a little bit more than he is doing at the moment.
Yeah, I think Pernacious Penguin's fine. He's held probably 40% of the map, which is a good amount for Wehrmacht. Rifleman comes through, will get dodged. He has more scores, more veterancy, and he has the late game to look forward to. He hasn't actually teched. He's going to have a Tiger when he needs to.
Yeah, he's got a big fuel float and a pretty big manpower float now as well.
The Tiger may be a little bit late, but he has a pack. He's probably going to have Shreks on these Pigerins. He has 100 munitions. Actually, a munitions cache from Genobi, which is interesting. I'm not really sure why he went munitions cache rather than a fuel cache.
Unless he wants, is it the sectoring Arty?
No, it's 240 mil.
240 mil,
It's
isn't
actually
it?
pretty good.
Yeah.
And maybe you just want more rifle. But like I think when he went both tier 4 and armored company, the fuel's going to be much more valuable.
Definitely.
Maybe if he went like airborne,
Yeah.
the munitions caches are really good because then you have both the paratrooper upgrades, which are pretty expensive, and you also have the P-47 strafe, so a lot of munitions.
Yeah, it's a pretty higgledy-piggledy playstyle, really.
So what?
Higgledy-piggledy
Is that what it is,
playstyle
Blake?
from Genobi.
Is it a
yes.
higgledy-piggledy playstyle?
If I was having a guess at things, yeah. It just doesn't seem very consistent. It's
I just don't think he really had a clear strategy in mind. He's going for his tier 4 Sherman now, but look, he's half a command point away from the bulldozer.
He's pretty much got the bulldozer. You might as well go for the bulldozer at this point.
The bulldozer is better.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to have as good
Yeah.
AT, but that's why you go M10. That's why you go the Jackson.
I think in this situation, he's pretty safe in going for that. I mean, it's fairly obvious the Pernacious Penguins, obviously, you don't look at the Tigers at this point.
Yeah, especially because the bulldozer has a lot better anti-building damage, which is going to be very relevant in Le Glaze breakout, or Le Garrison breakout, as we like to call it. I had a funny one last night.
Oh, yeah?
I was streaming, some guy said, like, you know how we normally say LMG Kaya?
Yeah.
Longest Kaya?
LMG Kaya.
Late game Kaya.
Ah,
you know how
late
that
game
always, like, draws out?
Oh!
Whoa.
One shot mortar wipe.
Yep.
Are you sure that's not a bulldozer? Mr.
No,
Machine?
it's AT Sherman.
Ah, okay, cool.
Oh, wow. This Sherman's having a pretty good time here. The pack won't fire. He jukes it just in time. No Shreks just yet, but he's moving in for a Panzerfaust.
I think it's another one.
2 support weapons down. Will this be our third? Oh, man. This Sherman is having a very big impact.
See, this is why I told you, telemine in the base, guys. Gentlemen now recommend telemines in your base. The machine doesn't know what he's talking about.
Blake's actually a top 10 player.
Yeah. I just never told any of you guys.
Especially his Wehrmacht, because his main faction. He doesn't like allies very much.
Just play so much of Wehrmacht. It's just my favourite thing to do. Never ever play Soviets.
Oh,
so,
we may have been able to get
I think
that
we
with
juked
the
this
pack.
one out.
Yeah, that's actually a nice placement. He avoided the Gren squad. By chasing it down into the base, he avoided the Faust potential. Gets the mortar. Pigerins could probably wipe that one
right
on
up, they
retreat.
should get it.
It's very, very low. And
to pack up.
Once again, it only needs one member for it to get wiped. Pigerins...
Oh, he stopped. They're
reloading.
reloading.
What?
That's unfortunate.
Still, it's not over just yet. It's Vet 2.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Pigerins.
They just stopped and just like all of them dropped the clips and just put a new one in at the same time.
If he microed that better, he would have got it. If he just kept
run at
chasing
them.
it. So, wow, that was a nice wipe. That being said, though, he didn't actually get any of... No, sorry, he got a mortar. So he's got a mortar. The MG's still there, which survived. The pack he recrewed. But it's also losing the veterancy, especially on the mortar is the main thing. Like, a Vet 0 and a Vet 2 MG kind of does the same thing, but like a Vet 2 mortar is so much better than a Vet 0 mortar.
Definitely.
And the extra accuracy and rate of fire makes a big impact.
Lock in here, mechanized assault from Pernacious.
That's what else did he have?
He had...
Did he have Spearhead?
I think he had close air support, maybe. And I think he had Spearhead. Just trying to remember now, but yeah. Interesting choice. At this stage of the game, he definitely had another Tiger commander on there.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the best one in the late game is the Spearhead. That gives you Tiger and Smoke. Whereas Lightning War and Mechanized Assault, you don't get Smoke. You get mid-game things which you didn't use. So Mechanized Assault is really strong, but, like, it's better if you use it mid-game, like a Stug or the squad wipe half track, as we like to refer to it as. And like, I guess he has the artillery barrage, which is really strong. It's good for dealing with AT guns. But, yeah, anyway.
Interesting.
Well, also,
Man,
lightning.
these Grens want the M1.
Yeah, they do. They almost get it. Didn't really matter though because the ambulance is nearby, so it wouldn't have been a big deal. Oh wow, the Sherman did he blow up? What?
Oh, that's nasty. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the HE blew up.
Blew up the flamer. That's the second flamer we've seen blow up on those NGs so far, and that time it cost him a squad wipe.
Yeah.
So I think the only issue with that Sherman play was the issue of potential telemines, but I think given how far Pernacious Penguin was behind in terms of, you know, just general munitions, he really didn't have a lot to spare.
Yeah.
It's a fair call just going that aggressive with the Sherman, but you do have to be careful when
Like
you're running
this
down
road.
those main roads. Yeah, that's a #1 telemine spot. Like, that's so huge.
Yeah.
Especially when you have support weapons nearby. I mean, that definitely could have been telemined. And serious trouble if you lose that Sherman, because Genobi really doesn't have fuel to spare at that point. Pernacious Penguin needs to spend this manpower. I mean, he's about to on the Tiger, but he's going to have a substantial float on top of that. He's been doing this for a while now.
Yeah, he already has 2 packs, so he probably isn't worth going for the third one. I think maybe just more Grens, I guess.
I think. Another Gren
More
squad.
no, just kidding. No
Oh,
Pyos.
yeah, no Pyos
Yeah,
at
no
all.
Pyos.
Yeah,
I think you want to have 2 Pyos per Tiger.
yeah. It's a nice amount.
Or, yeah, or at least, you know, otherwise it takes long to repair. So, is that a demo or is that just an 18 mine? Oh, it's a demo.
That's a demo.
So,
Must have
demos
seen that being played.
are nerfed. Basically, they called it a bug fix, but really it was a nerf. Now, when demos are revealed, you can target them.
And blow
Which
them
is
up,
good
yeah.
because it was ridiculous when you would sweep a demo charge, but you had no way of actually killing it. So you basically you can shoot it if you reveal it with a minesweeper. But there's a Tiger.
That's going to have a huge impact.
Yeah, this is a great map for the Tiger. And there is a M1, but it has been decrewed. That one needs to be taken back. We do have nades for the smoke on these riflemen. No AT. We can afford a Jackson. Or rather, Genobi can afford a Jackson. You should probably go for that one.
Definitely.
But Pernacious Penguin, he should just focus down that M1. I think he's going to... Yeah, nice play, Pernacious. He may not get it in time if the Echelon... nice smoke. Yeah, so if he goes very close, he could probably just all in it and just strafe it. He has the pistol-mounted machine gun, so the Tiger's going to be able to gun down the M1. Nice attack round.
Nice attack round.
Good stuff, yeah. So the M1 has been taken out. And now there is a Jackson. The Jacksons are very, very strong in this new patch. They have less damage, but they have a higher penetration.
Nice
so.
combo here. So he's going to have both the Sherman and the Jackson. So that definitely has some potential on the Tiger. And
Yeah, it's the best way
going
to
to
do
limit
it.
its big effectiveness on the map here. So
You want to use the Sherman to scout and to sort of be the meat shield for the Jackson because it dies very, very easily. Shermans have a fair bit more health and armor. And then you can also flank it and block it. You don't penetrate the frontal armor with a Sherman, but you will if you get the rear armor pretty consistently.
might be another NG squad going down here.
Yeah,
They'll actually get the retreat in
the
time.
problem with NGs is they don't really scale into the late game. And that's kind of the same with any SMG infantry, if you look at Assault Grens as well, is when there's just more and more squads and there's more that critical mass, you can just burst them down very quickly.
Yeah.
Especially because they're only 4-man squads, so they're very, very vulnerable.
Especially with, you know, those longer range squads getting more upgrades, getting bars,
Yeah.
getting LMGs, makes them definitely
Yeah.
more lethal in addition to veterancy.
Yeah, the exception to the rule is shocks.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because not
Armor.
only are they 6-man squads, but as Blake said, armor. So even when you have those big army engagements, you can't really just burst down the shocks because they're a lot more survivable. But assault NGs, assault Grens, they just don't scale well into late game, and that's why I don't think it's really worth getting more than one squad of NGs. I mean, maybe like 2 is okay, but you're pushing it. 3+, you're just gonna lose to like LMGs in the mid game.
Bad things are definitely going to happen.
Once you get Vet 2 especially, the extra accuracy makes a pretty big difference.
So another M1 just got built up here by Genobi, so that's a pretty good choice for him. Good to have a little bit of supporting AT onto that Tiger, and it does give you a bit of a safe retreat path if you need it with that Jackson and the Sherman as well, because you get caught up by pack, etc. Pernacious Penguin, I mean, he can just save up for another Tiger at this point. That's kind of the best thing for him.
Yeah, he hasn't tech.
Already got a fair bit of fuel flow here, 145.
Oh, this is bad.
That's
He's gonna
not
get
good.
Fausted. Grens, will they land the Faust here? They will fire it. He's pretty far back though. One more shot. If the Tiger goes in for it, he can probably secure
Yeah,
it.
Tiger should definitely go into this.
Oh,
He should go for
man.
it.
Well, he gets the smoke. He's going to get the repair critical. Can he get the attack run? Demo goes off. I think it gets a Gren squad.
I think you got,
Yeah,
got
Tiger.
one.
Where's the Jackson? Where is the Jackson? There
Where is
goes
the
the
Jackson?
Sherman. M1 setting up, but it's going to get strafed.
It's rotating down now. It's one shot down. M1's going to be backing off, so hopefully he can at least keep the M1 alive. He's got to be careful with the Jackson, though, as well.
AP ammo.
Backing off now. M1's actually doing some pretty decent damage here. Jackson keeping sight range there. Does avoid the pack. So going that deep with the Sherman, not smart. I mean, no infantry squad scouting for it at all. It was just a shot in the dark trying to drive forward, and there's such a high chance you're going to run into the Tiger in the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, he already knows. Genobi knows there's 2 packs on the field. It's a pretty obvious place for one to set up, obviously. So, yeah, interesting choice.
Well, driving into the Tiger and the pack is fine. The problem is he drove into the Faust.
Faust as well.
There's no excuse for that.
Yeah.
If you're more attentive, you can just avoid the Faust. And really, the Jackson should have been there as well, because the Tiger couldn't have all-ined it. If the Tiger was being shot at by the Jackson the entire time,
Wouldn't
he would
be
have
able
had
to
to
go
back
in.
away. Yeah.
It would have stopped once the smoke actually went off.
Yeah.
Because with the M1 there as well, it's a little bit dangerous. Other than that, towards our VPs now, 413 for Genobi, 271 here for the Pugnacious Penguins. So Genobi definitely having the advantage here, and that was just stemming from his early game pressure.
Yeah. But it's
Really
going to
more
be...
than that. He had control over the middle VP for a long time.
It's a hard spot now in the matchup because he doesn't have as many infantry squads. He doesn't have as much veterancy. He has, like, assault NGs which aren't going to be that good. He only has 1 tank because he's lost... 1? Yeah, he's lost 1 tank. Tiger may wipe this one. Oh, no. Wait. That was a lucky miss. Yeah, that would have been an easy wipe. Surely, though, if Pugnacious Penguin was paying attention... Attack
there you
rounds,
go, attack round, there goes the munitions. Yeah, he got it.
Nice.
Yeah, blew up.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty sure there's a blow up.
If you see any sort of engineers doing that thing where they just sort of huddle on the ground, especially because you do see the enemy's progress bar.
Yeah, you do.
So, like, it's really obvious what they're doing. So, good play there by Pugnacious, attack grounding that demo.
I don't know what's up with this M1 play.
Yeah, it's
Keeps being in the front line for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Jackson's coming up again now.
there's no Faust, so he's
Has a
pretty
line on.
safe.
Yeah, this is a good position for him to be in. That building's gonna die though,
So you can see the Jackson's just penetrating a lot more consistently.
which is great. Yeah, consistency is what we were after on the Jackson. We just wanted to penetrate things. So.
Yeah, I just didn't want to lose games because my Jackson bounced 5 times in a row.
Yeah,
that's what I didn't want. Oh, here's the Bulldozer.
Bulldozer Sherman.
Nice. So the Bulldozer Shermans actually can wipe the packs incredibly easily. It takes a bit of RNG, but if you just drive up to a pack, you can actually just wipe it in one shot. It's kind of silly, but it's sort of like the Broombar, where like it's a good way of dealing with those defensive positions, especially if you attack ground over walls and stuff, compared to a HE Sherman where you're gonna miss far too much for it to really work.
First shot goes off. Pack decides to back away from this one. Pretty smart.
I think he smoked that.
I think he smoked it. Yeah. I think he wants to cap it, but
Yeah, I think he also wanted to attack ground and try and get that pack, the white pack. Jackson should also be attack grounding. Because your units won't automatically target through smoke. But you have to bear in mind that you're going to be a lot less accurate when attack grounding rather than automatically attacking it. So the Jackson's going to be missing a lot more. Same with the Tiger when you attack through smoke. He gets the VP, which is nice.
yeah, and Sherman's just zoning away here, so
Oh, that's a
playing for
damage
VPs
engine.
is Genobi. Wow, it is too.
I think he wants to go for the wipe here. The packs are facing the wrong direction.
He
They're
might
gonna-
be able to get this with the rear arm, and the Jackson that's going to penetrate all the time,
Yeah.
and he can strafe the turret.
It's going to take him a while to actually move those packs. Surprised he didn't go all in. He's trying to like outrange it rather than circle strafing it.
Yeah.
Probably the safer option. He doesn't really know where any of the packs or the grenadiers are. He's currently got the range. He doesn't have the sight. That's the problem. Did you get it?
Yeah, he got that shot off.
Oh yeah. As I was saying, yeah.
He's gonna keep doing-
See what I
trying to go
mean?
for
The
this
sight
one.
is an issue. Oh no, the Jackson retargeted the building. I think
Does that.
And where are the packs? Not here just yet. One more shot, and that is the difference. If this was the old patch, that shot would have killed it. But again, it wouldn't have penetrated as consistently. So, one thing there that you can kind of criticize about Genobi is it's kind of annoying the way that your main gun automatically retargets. So what you can do is you can attack ground just to keep the main gun
Facing forward.
facing the direction. A very, very late sniper. So snipers are incredibly strong now with the new changes. But there's Vet 3 and Barsman Rifleman, so he has to be a bit careful. He gets the pack. Wow. This
Getting the
Tiger
wipe there.
can probably wipe this rifle. If not, the LMG Grens could
And
probably
that definitely
do it.
wouldn't be worth on the side of Genobi.
No.
He's
That-
doing a good job of denying veterancy, but wow, it's so lucky it survived that.
Wow, yeah, that's
I think
lucky.
half the LMG volley actually hit the wall there.
Especially because that's his one of his 2 rifleman squads, and assault NGs and vehicle crews, that you just can't fight that. So maybe get on the rifleman squad, because otherwise he's going to have no infantry. And this Jackson is going very, very deep. Oh, sorry, that's an M10.
It is
Wow,
an M10.
that's a new M10. We can see it has extra health very fast on the road as well.
He's going to get this one, I think.
Yeah, easy mode. That's why M10s are so strong. They're very, very fast. You can abuse the very slow turn. He might not penetrate the front, but he's pretty close to it.
Didn't penetrate that shot, and the packs
the
are facing
Tiger-
up as well.
the Tiger's
Gonna
gonna
get a
get
shot
it.
off.
Main
Main gun
gun
destroyed.
destroyed. That's frustrating. Vehicle crits. But now the Jackson's going in as well.
He kind of needs to. He needs to kill this Tiger.
Yeah,
It's got too much veterancy.
If he avoids the Fausts, a bit of a miss marker here.
No, the Faust, the Faust!
He doesn't have sight. Again, the sight is the issue here. The pack, it's Vet 2. He's going to get it, I think. Oh,
Can he get a shot?
no.
Oh, come on. No, Genobi, no.
He could have got it if he went the safe way around, like left.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of the issue with Jackson's, or rather one of their weaknesses, is because of how little health and armor they have, you can't go for those all-in, balls-deep plays.
No, you can't.
The M10s have more health, more than a Jackson. They're faster, and they're a lot cheaper. So you can do that. It would have actually killed the Tiger as well if it wasn't for that main gun
Look,
crit.
I think he maybe... I mean, it's a tough choice to make, but potentially I think he should have stayed on the rear armor just to make sure the shots penetrated and sacrifice the M10. Like, he would have lost the M10.
Well, I think, wasn't the issue that he got caught in the bunker?
He got caught in the bunker as well, yeah.
So he couldn't actually go
He
behind
couldn't really
it?
get past it properly, yeah.
So it was good positioning there by Pernacious Penguin, by having it in that
Penguin,
little
yeah.
block, because there was the building.
Yeah,
and then
you're
there
right.
Was the
That was
bunker.
actually part of the problem. And now, I mean, Pernacious Penguin's in some serious trouble.
He's screwed. It's going to be a second Tiger soon.
Yeah.
He's actually pop capped, but he's going to have that second Tiger. I think maybe the Sniper was a pretty bad choice.
Doesn't really make much sense.
For the reason being pop cap. Snipers are great. They're really, really strong now. But by going the Sniper, he can't afford his Tiger. So I just think if you want to go Sniper, he probably should have done it a while ago. This Bulldozer Sherman almost getting killed with the wall.
Can get that shot.
Can he take round with the pack? No.
No. Not through the wall.
I don't know. I think if he blows it up, then the second shot might be the
Yeah, maybe.
So look at the VPs though. Pretty much
Yeah.
all in the favour of Genobi.
Yeah, 404 for Genobi, 196 for Pugnacious Penguin, but Pugnacious Penguin really, at this point, should take control of all 3 VPs. He's going to have such a big advantage in
That
terms of...
Sniper buff
Ah!
gets caught by Vet 3 rifles.
Love it, Relic. Love it. Love your work.
Retreats through the road. Sniper
Yeah.
doesn't die. It's so strong now. Like, you have to... Oh, was that a rifle nade?
I think it was.
That was a captured mortar, yeah.
Yeah, it was the captured one, and there was actually veterancy too there, so losing that one is a pretty big blow. Yeah, so Sniper is not really a good choice. I mean, maybe against like some more static play, like if there was like 2 M1s, maybe you go Sniper and you can get a few shots off on those if you're, you know, playing aggressively with your tanks, but it doesn't really make much sense like just against Riflemen and such. I mean, when you've got the Tiger on the field, the Tiger's going to be sniping just as much infantry as the Sniper is. It's really something that has more of an impact, you know, earlier when you want to take out AT guns if there's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Late game snipers I think are good if you don't have the infantry advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like if you just can't trade with your opponent.
Effectively. If you can't just buy zero squads and expect to...
Yeah, but in this case he does have the better infantry, so I mean, it's going to be okay. It's just again the issue is the lack of second Tiger. Did he lose something there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear. Normally there'd be an audio cue where it's like we've lost a squad.
I mean, it's looking pretty good for the Pie. I mean, 2
Yeah, no,
squads of
Pop Cap,
Pyos,
he's
got the
losing
Tiger. It's just the Pop Cap at this point for Pugnacious Penguin, which means, you know, play a little bit more aggressively with your Tiger.
Yeah, you don't really have to worry about mines.
Yeah.
I think there's actually some mines here, but
There's a
like
couple.
these things probably won't damage the end.
Not necessarily.
They have
no.
a very low penetration. I'm not actually firing. Didn't micro it. Still,
Sort of takes one
these
shot.
vet
It's
3
close.
Pigrins are going to be very strong.
There's so much veterancy here. Ooh, I was hoping it'd hit the sniper.
It wouldn't kill it.
Yeah, I know.
Look at his health, it would.
Ah, yeah, it would have too. Yeah, I reckon it would have.
So-
It's only 2 health.
Yeah, so for the record, snipers have 82 health, mortars, grenades, and bazookas do 80 damage. And Katusha rockets.
And Katusha
so you
rockets,
can
yeah.
literally survive a mortar to the face. That's kind of the stupid thing, is like, they should have made the sniper 80, if not much less.
Yeah,
Because surviving a
definitely.
direct mortar shot,
It's ridiculous.
stick with him. Look at the MG though. Wow.
Did he? Wow, that's impressive. Lucky shot there for the Bulldozer. But now it's in trouble because the Tiger's facing up and the Pack's firing on it.
Yeah, there's a rifle nade on these riflemen, but The Tiger has complete reign over the Bulldozer. M1 as well, not very good penetration. He bounced the rear arm with the AT grenade. No, just kidding. There it is.
There it is.
I don't know what the thing before
It was something else that
Maybe
actually
it was a
bounced.
mortar
It might
shot.
have been the M1 shot or a mortar shot, yeah. The M1 wasn't penetrating very well against that front armor there. Still firing. Tiger's just going to back away. There's no real way for Genobi to punch this.
It's nice pack placement, because if he tries to punch it with a Jackson, he's going to have it covered.
Can't go in. Bulldozer Sherman survives for the moment, and Genobi's going to have another Jackson soon.
So there's going
Which
to
he
be...
needs, because the M10 just isn't going to work.
There's going to be a Vet 2 on this Tiger soon. And the Vet 2 on the Tiger is very, very crucial for the matchup. I'm going to ask you why. Why is it, Blake?
You're going to ask me why?
Yeah.
What's the Tiger get eventually too?
Well, I'll give you
Tiger
a
gets...
clue.
Yeah. Fires with go. Oh, yeah, it's the range that... Yeah, no,
Yeah.
range. So it gets the additional range, so the Jackson no longer actually outranges the Tiger by a heap.
Yeah,
Anymore.
exactly.
So it doesn't really have that massive range advantage, which means the Tiger has a much better time at actually dealing with it. Because,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Jack still outranges it. It's
It
high-
does,
I think
yeah,
it's
it
like,
still does.
It's 50 or 15 range,
Yeah.
the Tiger.
Yeah.
The Jackson has 60, but it's very hard to use. Again, when you bear in mind the Jackson doesn't have enough sight range to sight for itself adequately, and the Jackson will die in 3 shots. So it's hard to use it. In a similar way, when your IS-2 gets Vet 2 and you're trying to duel with the Panzer IVs, there isn't really that range advantage anymore. So it's a lot easier to deal with it. Where's the Sherman? I don't really know what he's trying to do here. I think he's trying to wipe squads.
Yeah, I mean, 2 Tigers on the field now. Bulldozer Sherman needs to run very quickly in the opposite direction. Very quickly. Jackson's here, face the
there we
rear
go.
armor though. There's the 18 aid, but he needs to move the second Tiger up now, but the engine is actually still damaged here, so this could be a bit of an issue for the Pernacious Penguin. Can he get to safety? Jackson probably take another shot. There's nothing else to sight for it though, and he can't just follow it up with the Jackson. He knows the second Tiger's still there. Genobi's got to be careful, and he does play it safe. And now he's in a really, really tough spot. Because there's 2 Tigers on the fields. I mean, that's probably going to be his last Jackson for the moment, at least.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, what do you reckon? To stall out for another Jackson?
I don't know.
Do you need another one? Or,
Like,
I mean, it's going to be hard to deal with.
There's snipers and there's vetted Grens. You don't want to overcommit to AT. Yeah, he's in a hard spot. I think
This
maybe
is that really potent Wehrmacht late game.
yeah, I think he should just try and put on VPs. Try and snipe or sneak these 2 side VPs, because then you can catch the Tiger rotating,
True.
and you can kind of catch out of position. Like if you try and muscle your way through this, you're gonna fail miserably. Good grenade dodging here. There's a lot of damage though either way. You won't actually lose any models. And this sniper's starting to really pay off.
It definitely is, yeah. Having had my, been a bit trepidatious about the choice of the sniper.
Oh,
Actually, there it is! There it is! There it is! Screen cap that, ladies and gentlemen. What a load of relic.
What a load of relic.
What a load of relic.
The sniper takes a direct mortar shot. It's K, guys.
Ah,
It's K.
I
don't
can't
worry.
believe that was intentional. I can't believe that's an intentional change. Ugh. That really does my head in. That really does my head in. Machine.
Oh, nice save. I like that. What a load of relic. That was funny.
I thought so.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That's what I was
That's
talking
what.
about.
That's what we want. We want those RNG wipes, ladies and gentlemen. That's what makes Company Heroes do fun.
Well, that's what I was talking about. How
Yeah.
the Bulldozer, it has a lot of insta-wipe potential.
Yeah.
Wait, what the hell?
That was.
Well, that's a light arty barrage.
Yeah, I think it is. Oh, in the middle. Stop the VP cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Pernacious Penguin doesn't want to give up any more VPs. Okay, here comes the aggression, though. Tiger's coming in. There's the veteran C2.
Yeah, it's Vet 2. Vet 1 Jackson, heave up rounds do come through. Look at that range difference.
Wow.
The Jackson just can't kite efficiently.
Definitely not.
Shit. That range.
Just backs up and says, oh, I don't want to mess with
That
that.
range is strong. And the accuracy makes it wipe squads a lot more efficiently.
Mm.
Opponents are seizing a sector.
You gotta be careful with the sniper. He could get, if he gets 2 shots, he can't recrew that with the vehicle crew.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And I've been in that position before, and it's the worst feeling in the world, where you're just trying to right-click, man. You're just trying to right-click and get
Bear
them
in
inside.
mind,
But...
he's repairing on the point. So, like,
Yeah.
he knows what's up. Like,
Oh, wow, that shot. Lucky.
The pack actually fired at the other pack, though. There we go.
Light artillery barrage ready to launch.
I think the Tigers just need to be... Ooh, that sniper's got to be careful. He's playing a pretty dangerous game here. Takes another shot.
Yeah, but
It's
some
just
kill
firing at, like... Point blank range. Oh yeah, that's right. It's unkillable. I forgot about that. Not a big deal.
It's not just look at.
Let's just see the assault engines close
Oh,
on
wow,
the
they
sniper.
did
There we go.
really
That's
well.
decent. Yeah.
They did really well, but that was like a bursty RNG.
Yeah, and that's SMG like damage. Okay, so the M1 actually. Is that a pack or is that that is a pack? But it was a
On the ground?
Yeah,
It's a pack,
on the
yeah.
ground.
Not them one.
We are losing a sector.
Tough spot, really tough spot for Genobi here. I think the Tigers just need to be repaired and then used together in tandem. The only thing that stopped Pernacious Penguin from actually closing this game out is the fact that he's just been using the Tigers individually and then repairing one and moving the other one
Yeah.
up and then repairing one. At this point, probably needs to stop mucking around and just go in with 2 Tigers and finish this off.
Oh, the pack's there. So the packs really prevent the Jacksons. That's evap. He didn't penetrate evap.
Another one penetrated on that Jackson.
It's gonna be vet too soon. It's
really low.
extra sighting, accuracy, and rate of fire. The
Tiger's going for the flank on the right hand side. I don't think he knows about it. Genobi doesn't know this Tiger's coming.
The VP's gonna scatter though. Maybe?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, there
yeah,
it is. Yeah. I thought he was going to go around it. That's okay. He should back him away now, though.
What have we learned today, folks? When you're going for a flank, don't drive over
the
a point. Especially with infantry, because then it reveals it.
You can go over the edges, but with the tank, but like you can't go through the middle because there is that sight radius.
And I think the other thing here is like there's really good anti-infantry. The bulldozers are just so good at wiping squads that if he gets some really good RNG, just gets all these squad wipes and he captures the VPs, perhaps he couldn't capture them back. Pernacious Penguin.
Yeah, possibly.
Look at the
Tough to
fuel.
say. It's a close game. Yeah, I mean, Genobi's on 30 fuel.
Oh, that's his second Jackson.
Second Jackson?
Yeah, he's got 2 Jacksons now.
Okay. So that's where he wants to be. Genobi's happy now. I mean, he held out for that second Jackson, and he's doing okay VP-wise. I mean, look at that, 345, 112. Now he has potential to take this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're right there, where the lack of aggressive play with a double Tiger, it bought too much time. Now he's got 2 Jacksons. Now he's going to have pretty good time against the double Tiger.
And it can be kind of rough to predict just exactly how much fuel your opponent has. Just say, how long does he have to take to save for the Tiger? Because he obviously didn't know that Genobi was just bleeding fuel at that point. He had nothing left.
Yeah.
He had about 10 fuel when he bought that second Jackson there, the one that was on the field. And now, yeah, again, as you said here, he's been given enough time to get the second one up and running. But 2 Tigers being used together. So Pernacious Penguin finally using the Tigers efficiently and see what happens.
Yeah, you gotta...
Could be going in now.
Hello.
Going for the Sherman as well, getting some pretty serious damage coming down now.
We're recording a video.
There's the stun there. Tiger's actually going to get stunned out here. One of them is at least. Then one taking a fair bit of damage. Jackson's actually starting to face up on the side here. The Tigers, wow, the Pax took out the Jackson. He was trying to flank with the Jackson. Not a good idea here. One of the Tigers is really low. That's about to see 1-1. Bulldozer Sherman really not doing anything here. Main gun destroyed. Sherman gets blowed up as well.
One more shot will take it out, but he's going to get forced away. So it's really nice work having the Pax covering the flanks. Because you don't want to have your Tigers flank exposed to the Jacksons.
Yeah.
Hello.
Tigers actually going to be
recording a video.
Going to be forcing off some more of their squads here. So yeah. Nice work from Pernacious Penguin. See, going for those Jackson flanks just can be so dangerous. I mean, you got the Pax facing up, you have the Gren squads, they have the Faust available. Flanking with Jacksons is just dangerous at the best of times.
Nice save though, hey. Well
yeah,
done, man.
Thanks.
Well done. This guy.
This guy
right here.
I'm balling. And yeah, look, I mean, Genobi's just trouble now. Just in some serious trouble. One of the other Tigers going to get healed up. They're both at Veterancy 2 now. The Jacksons just aren't going to have that range. No real vetted squads here on the side of Genobi. He's down to 1 Rifleman squad. He's got the Captain, Assault NG squad, the Mortar still, but he's down to that last Jackson. It's only Veterancy 1. Not really going to do a lot. Probably going to be the game.
He said it, man. You heard it here, folks. Arklin Hawk.
Calling it.
But
Not
yeah,
that it's a hard call when it's 2 Tigers against a Jackson.
That's
but,
true. If he had the rear armor flank, he would have killed those Tigers.
Yeah, he would have. It's just
the
like
packs were there.
The packs were there.
It was nice
Yeah.
placement.
It was good play from Pernacious Penguin because he didn't need them to just kind of support the Tigers in that the Tigers need help killing anything. They don't need help killing Jack. They need help protecting their rear armor from the Jacksons, which is just going to penetrate 100% of the time at that point with the penetration buff.
Yeah.
So they had the packs there, had the Gren squads there. It's all about that support. Had the supporting AT. Had the supporting infantry squads as well. It was just a nice composition, a nice placement here from Pernacious Penguin. His placement and his just play has been pretty spot on so far. He could have been a little bit more aggressive at some points, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good to see.
exactly. And he's got Vet 2 on both of these Tigers, so the Jacksons are just going to die. Let's be honest. Vet 3 gives you extra mobility as well, so you can just chase down the Jacksons.
Hang on, hover that again. Tiger Ace navigates the battlefield with these and fires with a greater frequency.
Yeah, I think that's right. Because Vet 3
makes
you
it a Tiger Ace. Yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
I mean, because
I thought it was just like a misprint from mine, then I forget, yeah, Vet 3 actually makes you a Tiger Ace. Yeah.
Vet 3, like a Tiger Ace, I'm pretty sure it's only
A
Vet 3 with a Tiger weak point.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's all it is. I don't think it has any other stats.
I don't think so,
other than being golden. The other thing
and
is...
shiny.
Yeah, very, very shiny indeed. What was I going to say? I forget. Otherwise, yeah, really this game is over. Like, I don't think we should need to actually watch this. ×4. I mean, again, let's win on VPs, but he doesn't have the infantry vet. You can't win the VP game if you don't have vetted squads. Oh man.
Wow, that's sniper.
That ability is really OP.
Is that the Incendy shot or whatever it is? Yeah.
They're pretty RNG. Like you can gonna kill 1 model or 5 models or 4 models depending on how many you hit. Jackson, double Jackson as well. He's trying, but let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's slow down with the engagement. I mean, it's pretty much gonna be it.
That's ×half. Do you want ×1?
I would like ×1.
Alright, yeah, you'll have ×1. It's actually a pretty good angle for the Jacksons.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they want. They're going to be firing on the Tiger now.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
More pot shots.
That penetration buff is huge.
It's a pretty big deal.
It just means that, like, you can't counter tank destroyers with Tigers. You have to counter tank destroyers with anti-tank guns or or handheld infantry.
Makes life tough.
Handheld anti-tank weaponry. I got there in the end.
Nice work, Machine. Love your work.
Save.
Yeah. Jackson will be scout on this rotation. Oh, that's another wipe. Yeah, look. The Jacksons trying to fire. They're firing for veterancy now.
This is going to be a bad all-in. The Heavapper, he may burst it down. Doesn't penetrate though. Gets the kill in the end. That's the Heavapper rounds. Has extra damage.
Abandoned.
He's
the hell out of one of them.
Yeah. So for the record, it's probably a bug, but the Heavapper rounds still do 240
damage. Yeah.
He gets the Jackson. Oh man. He's gonna kill it though.
Is he though?
Oh, what?
The Tiger.
What?
It's the Tiger. Gets vengeance off. Oh, in before the Jackson kills it.
Yes!
Oh!
Nice!
Hero Jackson from the Pernacious Penguin.
Nice.
Good play. Nice way to close out the game, I think.
Oh, now he's got a Jackson.
Solid
You're gonna love that German magic. I don't think Genobi is very happy.
No.
I just think he's a pretty unhappy guy.
Yeah, I mean, he made a few mistakes there.
I mean, maybe he stubbed his toe, and he's blaming it on Tigers.
Tigers, yeah. I mean, I would like to blame things on Tigers sometimes.
Well, I do. I blame everything on Tigers.
Bad things happen in my life. It's just like,
my girlfriend left me because
Tigers.
Because I don't have as much frontal armor as a Tiger. So, what were you gonna say about Genobi? You said he made a few mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the kind of the major stuff was it was just really weird teching. It was kind of Captain Major when you already have Bulldozer Shermans and M10s, and it wasn't a fast Sherman. It was just. Yeah, it just seemed like he didn't have a very clear game plan. And it's really important in Company of Heroes 2 that you have a clear game plan. You go in and say, this is what I'm going to do on this map. This is how I'm going to pull it off. You know, this is my battle plan. If you don't have a battle plan, I mean, you do, of course, have to react. I mean, you have to react during the game to things that change, but you need to have some idea where you're heading. And I just don't think Genobi had an exact idea where he was actually heading with that game.
Yeah, exactly. I sort of said it before, but if you're going to rush a tier 4 Sherman, go Lieutenant. Don't get, like, upgrades. Like, you can get bars or grenades, but not Captain and bars and grenades, because the Sherman just came way too late, and if you went Armored Company, you might as well just not go for a tier 4 Sherman at all. I mean, it's still fine to go tier 3, tier 4, but again, he just didn't have the fuel in time because of those upgrades. He didn't really have double fuel. You have double fuel, or just a map at least where you have more than half, like if you have these VPs, and then you can really rush it out a lot sooner. But he had the HE Sherman, and then by the time he had it, it was like there was pretty much a Tiger like a minute later. It didn't really do much.
Didn't have a huge impact.
All right, well, I think I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I think it will. So, GG. It's nice to be back in the saddle and casting again. So
yeah,
we'll have a few more uploads.
Really sucky the last 2 weeks. I didn't do anything.
So it makes us sad not casting.
Our apologies for the lack of content, but we were sick. We can't really help it, so it's not our fault.
Cheers, guys.